All right, all right. Welcome to Sis Say That podcast.
The unfiltered guide to growing, glowing, and sometimes just getting by.
I'm Shay.
And I'm Ife,
This is the space where healing and realness meet.
because sisterhood deserves to be louder.
Love it. All right. Well, hello, sister.
Hello, hello.
It's good to see your face. Pardon on. And let's see here. It's time to sis check on your strong friends. So, how are you doing?
um, I'm not good. Not doing great at all. But I'm just kind of taking everything moment to moment, um, yeah, day by day. Just trying yeah, I feel like I'm just trying to get through each day moment by moment.
Completely understandable.
How are you?
Well, before we get into me, just gotta throw in your little props because my sister passed her exam. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I did. And I passed it by a lot of points too, so that makes me
I
feel good. Like
wouldn't expect anything less, ma'am.
I don't know. I was like, if I pass by 1 point, I will be happy. But I passed by like 27 points, so
Of course you did.
passed. So it
You're
feels good.
fucking Ife. Of course you did. And you knew I was going to shout you out. So I'm very excited for you and congrats again.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Of course. I'm hanging in there, doing good. It's been a week. Um, just worky, but getting through it. Um, Yeah, going through some things. I can't believe September is ending, and I can't believe I'm actually finishing the challenge that you put me up to on
Yes,
TikTok.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You've been speaking every single day. Like
It was hard.
I know it's hard, but you've been doing it. So yes.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It was a lot,
Yeah.
but I liked it.
How does it feel? Do you feel like you're more confident? Do you feel because
So
it's today's the last day, right?
yes,
Yeah.
I'll be making my video after this video or this podcast. um, you know, I feel like I'm supposed to be like feeling poetic and like having all these deep mental thoughts and like what's my afterthought of going through each and every day of posting. But I still feel like I struggle. Like I still don't care for looking at my face. I still get very nervous.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like they're diary entries for
Yeah.
me. 'Cause I don't feel like anybody else is paying attention, which I'm sure they probably are.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's literally just me, like, talking to myself, like, as if I was writing in a diary, but it's just a virtual video of myself.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. I guess I'll get back on that after I think about it some more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think you should be proud because I know that doing something every day, like you talk a lot about how it's hard to stick to something and you did you stuck to it for 30 days. You did it every day, even when you didn't want to. So even it's a seemingly small thing, but it showed you that you're capable of doing something every
Mhm.
single day consistently, right? Even if it didn't feel like it had this huge, like, enlight
Yeah.
enlightenment at the end, you were consistent, you stuck to something, you finished something, which is something that you've talked about struggling with in the past, so I feel like you hit a goal that maybe you didn't even realize you were working towards, right? Being consistent, accomplishing something, yeah.
That's true. And I feel like, I mean, like, even though I know I give you a lot of credit, especially because when you put something to my mind, I'm like, "Imma do it because my sister said so." And I feel like in this instance for me, because I didn't wanna let you down. I know that sounds silly, but I take a lot of pride in what you think about me. And so I was like, well, my sister challenged me, so I gotta follow through. And usually, like, I'll say, like, yeah, I'm down for a challenge, and then I'll do it for like 2 weeks, and then like I fall off, and then like
Yeah,
life happens, and we just kind of like we'll let it go or whatever. Like
yeah,
even with, like I think back to like the yoga challenges, I was good for like a solid 3 weeks, and then I'm like, girl, mm-mm. But I'm like, I did it. I accomplished the videos for 60 seconds every freaking day.
For 30 days, that's a big deal. Yeah, because every day you do not feel like getting on camera and, like, talking
The
about how you're
wall. There were
feeling.
times I was like, "Can I just show the wall and talk?" I was like, "Does that count?" Like, no.
But no, you did it. You put your face on there and did it. So, yeah, that's something to be very, very proud of.
Kudos to both of us, god damn it. Mm.
So you're out here accomplishing things, checking things off the list.
For sure.
Right. So let's transition into relax, relate, and release, where we will have a mindful moment.
It's needed.
Yes,
So
it's
needed.
very much needed. I invite you to find a comfortable way to be in your space. That can be sitting, lying down, standing, whatever it is. But make sure you're in a space where you can pause. And if you're not right now, you can come back and listen to this section so you can take that moment for yourself.
Yes, yes.
You're going to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach if that feels safe. And if you want to close your eyes, you can, or just gaze in front of you. And take a moment to check in with how you are feeling. Try to observe how you feel, releasing any judgment around any thoughts or feelings that may come up for you in this moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out. Take another deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. And you can repeat the following affirmation out loud or in your mind. I am unconditionally loved and supported. I am unconditionally loved and supported. And take a moment to notice how that affirmation feels in your body. How do those words feel in your body? Take another deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. You can gently open your eyes or just return your attention and focus back into the room or wherever it is that you are in this moment. And I got that affirmation from this retreat I went to in Bali. I did this retreat with this woman named Danielle Lyles Barton. And I like that affirmation because it's a reminder that just if I'm feeling lost or alone or just, yeah, like unsure, unseen, I always know that I have unconditional love and support from the divine, from my ancestors, and also from folks in my community, like my best friend and family and things like that. There's always people who love and support me unconditionally, even when I feel I'm undeserving of that. I know that there are forces, both seen and unseen, that are unconditionally loving and supporting me. So that's a reminder for me, and I hope it can be a reminder for you all as well. And yeah, that's relax, relate, release for today.
I love it, and I feel like that was super beautiful because I know we both struggle with feeling like we don't deserve love, like throughout our lifetime, that different periods in our lives. We struggle with that, even though we're surrounded by what we're shown as love. We're surrounded by what we think is love, and that's just a good reminder to be like, but you have to love yourself as well.
Yeah,
Self love is like number one.
yeah, yeah.
So just that was a beautiful reminder to that we're just either we are rooted in love. So
Mhm. Yep, yep. You're unconditionally loved and supported. Uh,
yes.
by not by anyone, by yourself first too. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, guys. Well, we're going to transition into It's Giving Growth, which is where we're going to have our core topics for this week in this episode. And me and Eve kind of just discussed it. And, since summer's ending and we're going and transitioning into fall, again, that cozy vibe with the leaves changing colors, showing us how transition can be beautiful. We wanted to get some summer roses, which stands for the highs, and some summer thorns, which may have been your lows. And then just kind of like what lessons we learned or took away with us this summer, or even our fall goals. So I'm going to ask you, Sissy, what were some summer roses for you?
Um, I had a lot of summer roses. I started the summer off as on my nomadic journey and I got to spend time with my dad and meeting one of my little sisters for the first time, which was really beautiful and just spending time on the beach. Me and my dad both love sunrises and sunsets and being in nature, so it was really cool to just like experience that with him and also getting to meet one of my little sisters. And then spending time with family. I had a wonderful time in Virginia. My family is from Portsmouth. Shout out to P-Town. Uh, so I got to spend a lot of time with them and my grandma, my auntie. My aunt showcased her first show. She curated her first art show, and that was just beautiful and
That
amazing.
looked amazing. It was dope just from the clips that you showed.
Her she's come. If you know my auntie, like, she's an amazing artist and just has been working at it for years and years, and it, like, for her to be able to, like, do an in-person, like, curated art show was really, really amazing, like, her debut show. So that
Yeah.
was really great. And just, yeah, spending time with my cousins, my family, and then I got to spend time with my bestie for 3 weeks, which was really lovely. Um, to stay in some really nice homes over the summer, which was cool, and look after some really, interesting little furry animals. But yeah, it was a great summer in that way of just, like, being nourished by friends and family and getting to be and travel in different places. And I also feel like I got this creative spark, like, I started, really getting back into video editing. When I was in high school, I loved editing videos. That was my jam, and I feel like I've kinda gotten back into that and just finding all the fun little cool ways to edit videos, really sparked my creativity, and just sharing more of trusting more of my gifts and sharing them more online, sharing my affirmations, sharing
Yeah.
yoga poses, sharing, my somatic exercises. So that all that was really just lots of roses this summer, it felt good. And then thorns, I just feel like at the end of the summer my little sister's world got turned upside down, and inevitably my world got turned upside down too, and just having to make some big life changes and decisions that, um, yeah, are just really hard, and I didn't feel like we were gonna have to do. Like, yeah, you never imagine you're gonna be in this position
Mhm.
of, um, yeah, of just with
Yeah.
family and things. So,
Yeah.
um yeah, like I said, I don't know. I may or may not talk about it on the podcast, but we will I'm still just processing a lot.
Of course.
So yeah, but that was definitely a low. I think it was such a beautiful summer, and then for it to end just like in such a like really tough way, I'm just like, wow, okay. Okay, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. But what are some roses and thorns for your summer?
You know, my summer roses, honestly, it was really, the summer for me was like growth. It was like it's a good fitting growth. Just growing within myself this summer. Like I've taken on some big chores. Like I'm, as you know, like I talked about in the first episode, but I am actually working on publishing my first book. Like this is all me by myself. Like, of course, I was in my beautiful God sister's book. I would have a chapter in her book, which is called entitled "The Choice." It's full of amazing other authors. Like there's 11 of us in the book. It's great. But for me, like doing this project on my own, it was a lot because I had to learn and like just working with like publishers and working with people's like vibes and making sure they're understanding my vibes and what I'm wanting for this product. It's been a growing experience and just really learning a lot about myself and even seeing the fact that I had the courage to say like, no, I'm not feeling this vibe. Cause as you know, like I would text you like, this isn't sounding how I want it to sound. And you then stand the fuck up for yourself. Um, and I was terrified to do so, but I did it because this project is my baby. It's my first book. I'm the only author. Like I want this how I want this. So still working on it, still work in progress. I will definitely keep you all updated, but I think that was definitely one of my highs this summer, just taking that that idea full throttle because that's always been a goal and I've always talked about a book, but I've never put any motion behind it. So I don't know what came in me this summer, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm working on the book. Um, Hanging out with family and friends is always a vibe, and just being able to visit with my dad and my brother. It's always a great time seeing cousins. I'm very close with both sides of my cousins on my mom and my dad's side, so it's a beautiful thing. Um, and of course, having you come stay with me for like 3 weeks, if I could have, I would have kept you forever. But it was great with the time we got to spend together because as like me being a photographer, doing the photo shoot, like, oh my God, that was the best thing ever. I've been talking about a best photo shoot for how many years now? Forever. So for us to finally do it, like it was just so fun and exciting. And like I just feel like the colors of those photos, they are so vibrant, you guys, and just oh my God, they're amazing. So you'll kind of see those trickled into our Instagram and TikToks and all that stuff. But that was a highlight for me. Some thorns. I I feel like I had thorns from last year that kind of trickled over into
Mhm,
this year,
mhm,
but it was just a matter of relearning myself again,
mhm,
and also learning how to love myself and be okay with being by myself.
mhm,
Once again, like I've always loved having my own space and being by myself. But when you've been attached to a person for almost a year,
mhm,
like it's different to no longer have that person in your space anymore.
mhm.
Um, so it's an adjustment,
Yeah,
but I feel like I did a lot of learning and a lot of growing, which I'm still growing from. Yeah, I'll close it out with that.
yeah. You've that shift is always it's so difficult. It's such a
It
difficult
is.
shift.
When you have a strong unit behind you, you're not
Yeah,
going to fall. And even if you do fall, you guys were there to pick me up. Literally, I came out of my depression, I say for my birthday, because that's when you came to visit me.
yeah,
And that was when my other good sister, Kessie, she took me out of town. Like I got to go stay in a cabin
yeah.
and it had like a hot tub and it had this beautiful view of the mountains and the snow. Like, I mean, I hate snow. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not a person that loves snow and ice. But when you have a hot tub, it's not a bad view. But I really literally came out of my depression with your visits and with her guidance as well. You guys lifted me out of that depression, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. It was
Mhm.
great.
Of course. That's what friends are for, and
Yes.
heartbreak is hard, it's so hard.
Um, any lessons we feel like we learned this summer?
Um, I feel like this is an ongoing lesson. I'm learning how to ask and receive help. Ask
Right.
for and receive help. Um, I just have so much shame around asking for help, and it could be even from the smallest thing. I feel I feel that I'm a burden when I'm asking for help, so it's still
Right.
a lesson that I am learning, and this summer really pushed me to have to be able to ask for help, to be able to receive help, um, especially in these past like, the last weeks of summer when everything just shifted so quickly. I had to be open to receiving help, and I'm still really struggling with that, and my family is in a crisis right now, and we need help, and I have to be able to like, when people are offering things, I have to be able to accept them, but it is so difficult, like, it makes me wanna crawl out of my skin, uh, because I'm such an independent person, and I really just associate asking for help with being a burden or being helpless and, like, all of these things, so it's an ongoing lesson. I'm working on it, um, but it is a struggle. Um, yeah, I think that's one of the biggest lessons, and then just learning a lot around, um, my attachment style. I've known about attachment styles for a long time, and, of course, I learned about them in school as a social worker and therapist and everything, but I think having to come back into things with family, like, really highlights how you developed the attachment style that you have because your attachment style comes from how you were raised and like how whether you what type of relationship you were able to develop with your caregivers. And I have a very anxious and avoidant attachment style that was created from how I was raised. And so that has been like just hitting me in the face a lot. It's like, okay, I do avoid a lot of things. I just don't want to be a part of it or I don't like conflict. I don't like all of these things because of the environment I was raised, because of how I was raised, and I've noticed a lot of the ways it's played out. So learning that attachment style, but also being able to, um, really implement things every day to help me have a more secure attachment style has been a big lesson for me this summer too.
Okay. I mean, I completely understand and get that because I'm the type I will drown before I ask you to help me out of the water. You know what I mean? Like I get
Same,
that. I
same.
feel you when
I
you
was like, I will
say,
starve, I will drown, I will
yeah, Ray, I will sink before I ask for your help. It's hard. I totally get that. And I think that's something we might trauma bond on because we are very similar when it comes to that.
Mhm.
I do get that. And it completely makes sense because as we're raised to be strong, independent women. And you don't ask for help unless you severely need it. And I watched my mom never ask for help. And when she did ask for help, she was ridiculed. Like,
Exactly. It's thrown back in your face.
yeah, and I mean, we got the help, thank God. And yeah, it was great. But at the same time, I was like, dang, now they're gonna talk about us because we asked for the help. Like, I was like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want to be talked about. So it's just like you just suffer in silence. But I feel like I guess that kind of goes into the lessons I learned this summer. Um, I feel like for me, I definitely learned that it's okay to let go of certain like relationships
Mhm,
and even in friendships
mhm.
romantically or just in general. And that's something that younger Shay, 20-year-old Shay, 16, 17-year-old Shay, I would not have been able to understand that. I
Yeah,
would cry my heart out if a friendship ended. My
yeah,
friendships meant more to me than actual relationships. And
yeah,
so, like this summer, I've been like, it's okay
yeah,
if a friendship semi dissolved or like I haven't talked to a person in a couple of weeks where I went from talking to everybody every day. But I got tired of being the
yeah,
only one to hit people up every day and
yeah,
check in on people and how are you? How have you been? who's checking in on me?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's alive. So I just like, I would do birthday collages. You know me, I love birthdays. I'm putting stuff together for the weeks. I'm like, they don't throw me birthday collages, you know? Like, I don't get no shout outs. I don't even get the birthday phone call. So I really, this summer, I just kind of stopped. I was like, it's okay if
Yeah.
I don't post on somebody's wall for a birthday
Yeah.
or I don't reach out to them for their birthday. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to be at peace with just stuff dissolving, but also in a way, me growing because
Yeah.
that's growth.
Yeah.
So I think that was my biggest lesson for this summer.
Yeah.
And I
That's a
think that's something that will always work for me. And I've talked to people and they say when you get older, like you just stop caring more. Like the older you get, the less you care. Like, I don't talk to you for a month. It's cool. Whatever. Like, people are living their lives. You gotta do what you gotta do. I get it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I think we grow in ways too that sometimes friendships just they don't align anymore, right? And it's like I'm just in a
Exactly.
different space and you're in a different space and that's fine. And it doesn't have to be like bad blood or any of that. It's just we ain't vibing no more and that's okay.
It's like, guess what? You're still gonna live. They're
Yeah.
still gonna live. The world's not gonna fall to the ground and crumble. Like,
Yeah. But it's hard to tell your teenage self to believe that.
girl, teenage Shay was not going for that. She didn't like those words.
I know, but it's like I don't know what you're talking about.
um, do you have any fall goals coming up?
Yeah,
Look at you with your notebook. I heard the page turn.
I know, I was like, I had to go and look at, like, I'd be writing my pages and pages of journals.
Love it though.
I, yeah, I'm living back in my hometown of Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I never thought I would ever live again. Um, if you know me, I was like, as soon I was on the first thing smoking, "Outta here," like
Listen, adios.
I think I
Albuquerque.
graduated on, like, May 12th in 2012 from University of New Mexico, and I was gone, like, May 13th, like, I was
I went to your graduation party that night. You were
Yeah,
gone the
I think
next day.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I was, like, gone the next day. I said, "You will I will never you will never find me back here." But joke's on me, I'm back. So, but being back here feels different. It feels good. It feels nourishing. When I was meditating this morning, I got the message that Albuquerque is a magical place. So ask for what you want. And I was
Mm,
like, okay, bet I will. um, and so one of my goals here is to have community, to build community, to build sisterhood, to be in spaces where I feel like I don't have to mask and perform because I feel like I don't really have many spaces where I can do that, right? Where I feel like I can just fully be myself through
yeah.
and through, and myself a lot of the time is a sad girl. And I want to be in more spaces where it's just okay to show up
Yeah.
how I am, and I feel comfortable and safe doing that, knowing that there's not gonna be judgment or anything like that. So I really am calling in, like, sisterhood and safe places while I'm here in community, in person, because I want those in-person experiences where I don't have to mask and where I can be seen, and be creative and also just be loved and do witchy things and all of that. Like that's one of my goals is to find that space and that sisterhood here. And then also I have some big financial goals that I want to accomplish. And so really using this fall to kind of lock in and start building that stability that I want to reach those big financial goals that I have. And then also just nourishing my body, my mind, my body, my spirit. So I'm about to be in a cold place. So, I wanna make sure that my everything is nourished, and just I think also just given everything me and my family are going through right now, it's important for me to be nourished. Um, so when I talk about nourishment, like, of my mind, body, and spirit, just making sure I'm going to therapy, I'm
Yeah.
doing my journaling, I'm praying, to my Ori and my ancestors, um, I'm eating foods that nourish my body, I'm drinking water, I'm drinking juices and teas and all of those things, and then also moving my body, right? So, I wanna do yoga and Pilates, I'm gonna get a gym membership and
Okay.
working with a trainer, so I wanna fortify my mind, my body, and my spirit so that even though I'm going through challenging things, like, I'm still able to show up and be the best version of Ife that I can be in this moment and really take care of myself. I think a big priority is making sure I'm deeply taking care of myself this fall. Um, yeah, those are I think that's all I had. Yeah, and making sure to, stick to my spiritual things. So making sure I'm praying every day, making sure I'm lighting my candles, talking to my ancestors, leaving my offerings, pulling my cards, all of that good stuff.
Oh, I love all of those goals for you.
Yeah.
And because I know you, you're going to accomplish all of them. I'm not worried. But I think those are beautiful intentions to set for yourself. Um, and even though you ran from home for so long, I'm glad that you are back to being in a space where you're accepting. I feel like you're accepting our
Mhm,
hometown this
mhm,
time around versus
mhm.
when we lived there because it was just all about like, oh, I gotta leave, I gotta get out of this place because it was it was too much. Like we're a very small community when it comes to our skin color. Let's just be
It's
honest.
hard being a little black girl in New Mexico, like,
Yes.
I have mad trauma.
Why do you think I grabbed onto you as soon as I seen you?
Yeah,
Yes, I get it.
it's hard. It's hard out here.
Um, but I feel like your mind frame is in a different headspace. And I mean, of course, because you are also dealing with some other things, but I feel like you are also shifting how
Mhm,
you see things and how you think about things
mhm.
and how you see Albuquerque. So in your mind, you're allowing yourself to see the beauty, even though there's the grit as well. There's going to be grit wherever you go, but you're seeing the
Yeah,
beauty.
beauty, because it's real ghetto here sometimes, but and I forgot that. I was like, "Oh, damn."
Oh, yes.
But, yes, yeah, but also it's, like, one of the most visually one of the most beautiful places in the world, I think. And I think I forgot that and took that for granted. Like, as someone who's traveled and been to a lot of places, like, coming back and just looking at the sky and the clouds, there's
Yes.
there's n
Mountains.
there's nowhere else in the world like this.
Yep. I
There may
feel,
I don't know, I haven't been to every country, but of the 15 I've been to, I haven't seen anything
well,
like this.
I feel like for you, because for the longest time, like people like to say, Albuquerque is a land of entrapment, which
Mhm.
for you, what you were running away from for the longest time, it definitely was and felt that way. But now that you're back, it's the land of enchantment.
Yes.
It's the beauty. And
Fancy, yes.
yes.
Yes,
So
yes. I see what you did there.
I love that journey for you. Um Oh goodness, my turn with goals, you guys. I'm the worst at goals. Because I feel like when I set goals, I feel like I have to accomplish something. So I guess for me, some fall goals, obviously, one is the book that I'm currently working on. Um, I feel like my next goals, I really want to work on getting my passport again because I had one at one time and I don't know what happened to it. So I want to work on getting my passport because I want to travel. I want to see what's outside of these walls. Like, I'm such an in my bubble person. Like, I don't go outside my bubble. Um, so I really want to like I wanna go, like, I wanna go to Jamaica. I wanna go to Hawaii, like, that was a dream for me and my mom. I want to accomplish that dream for us, like, that was something we always talked about. I wanna go to Paris. I wanna go to Italy, like, I have dreams of places I wanna visit. Um, so I guess the goal for me is just working on my passport. Um,
Yeah,
I feel
because how we gonna travel the world together if you ain't got a passport?
she's been on my ass about this passport for a
That
couple
don't make
years. All right, I'm finally like committing.
sense.
That's a goal this year. So hopefully by January I will have that completed. Um I think just another goal in general for me is just also learning, and this is something I'm always going to struggle with, but learning to be kinder to myself.
Mhm.
Because I struggle with confidence in general. Like I joke around, talk negative about myself. But there was a quote that I found that was like, don't joke and talk down on yourself because your body does not know you're kidding.
Mhm.
Your energy does not know that you're just joking. Like, wow, that hit me. I was like, okay, you're right. If I talk down on myself, our body's like, oh, we don't like our forehead. Okay. Oh, we don't like how our eye crinkles when we smile. All right. Like, no, you got to be nice to yourself.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to stay on top of doing my affirmations in the morning. Like, even if I don't, like, I like to post on Instagram, but even if I don't, I just like to also say them out loud to myself. So I've been trying to get in a habit of doing that in the mornings. I have affirmations that pop down on me on certain time frames throughout the day. So I'm reminded constantly if I'm having a hard day, it comes in right on time.
Yeah.
Um, just I also just feel like I want to even start looking into like properties because when I pay for this box out here, I'm not content.
Right.
So, but then comes with, well, if I do look into property, where? Because I
Yeah.
don't want to be in Colorado
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everything's just so high right now. So it's like, dang, where do we look? Where do
Yeah.
we go?
Yeah.
And I feel like I was very spoiled back home in Albuquerque because like those property rentals were very, very low compared to what I got hit with when I moved.
Yeah.
But
Not
it's everywhere.
anymore, girl. It's
I
expensive
know.
out here.
I know it's everywhere now, but like when I first moved, I was like, oh, I can't do this not by myself.
Yeah.
So just some different goals. And I feel like these are also like adulty goals, like property. Who am I? I've never thought about property. But now I was like, girl, you are about to be in your 40s. You better start thinking about some property or something.
Yeah.
So I think those are a couple of goals for me.
No, I love those. Those are great goals. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
I
Thank
can't wait
you.
for you to travel more. That's
I
like
know. I really gotta get out that bubble because I'm scared. I'm such a scaredy cat. I know.
but it really isn't that bad.
I watch you do it. I'm just like, oh my God, Ife. She's out here in this world, like living her best life. I'm like, I want to do that.
I feel like now it's even easier because so much is online, so it's, like, easy to, like, plan
Hmm.
it. Yeah, and it's easy if you wanna have a touristy experience, you can plan to have a touristy experience. If you don't wanna have a touristy experience, you can plan to not have a touristy experience. Like, I feel like it's so much easier to plan in a safe way
Hmm.
that or in a way that makes people feel safe, like, if you're not
Yeah,
comfortable.
you're not adventurous.
Yeah, because you can see, like, there's so much you can see now and have
So
access
much
to.
information out there to get
Yeah.
you to see. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and that wasn't always the case, like, Nick we used to have travel books. I don't I don't know I
MapQuest,
don't know if
print
people
out your
remember that, but,
directions.
like, you had to have like, when you were going to another country, you couldn't, like, always just Google what to do in that country. You had to go to, like, the library, and they had
Yep.
travel books, like, with lists of things you do in that country, and you would, like, write them down, and then when you got there, you would do it.
Say a prayer and then figure it
And
out.
hope that, like, the information was still
Correct. Valid.
information was still accurate and not from, like, 1970.
Oh my god. You're not wrong, though. Not wrong. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go into Sis Remember When, that 90s throwback. And I wanted to know, since summer is leaving us, I'm so sad because I love my summer. What was your favorite childhood summer activity? If
Uh,
if you had any.
yeah, I had 2. So, my mom was very adamant that my sister and I knew how to swim. So we stayed at that pool, and I loved it, like, I loved being in the water and, learning how to dive, like, I did swimming lessons in the summer, and I learned how to dive and how to swim for real, and it was fun. I liked being at the pool and chilling with my friends. Then I became a germaphobe, and pools were not as fun anymore.
Not doing it. Nope.
Anymore. But when I was a kid and, like, learning how to
It didn't
swim,
matter.
it didn't matter, and it was so much fun, and just learning how to dive was a great time. And then my other favorite activity was just, summer camps. Like, my mom kept us in, like, summer they were, like, day camp, so it wasn't, like, overnight camp, but it was, like, day camp. So, UNM, University of New Mexico, always used to have, like, all these different camps for kids in the summer, and I did, like, a theater one. One time I did one with Alvin Ailey, which is, like, a Black
Ooh, that's dope.
dance company, and yeah, we did so many cool different summer activities at those camps, and so I loved it because I just got to go be super creative during the day for the
Yeah,
summer. Yeah, I love those day camps at UNM.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I was never a camp person. Um, for me, my childhood activity, it's very simple because I was very attached to my mommy. Like, I wasn't really going nowhere unless my mom was going. So you didn't see Shay without Nancy, you didn't see Nancy without Shay. So I used to love going to, like, the community centers.
Mhm.
Like, when I got, like, to a certain point, like 6th grade, 7th grade, like, started kind of venturing out with, like, other kids. That, I guess, in a way, that was my camp. Um, but I also, my childhood activity, it was very simple, and it was chalk and just drawing on the concrete, like,
Chalk
outside. Yeah,
yeah, that's fun.
and, like, playing hopscotch. Oh my god, if I could find another kid to play hopscotch with me or tic-tac-toe, game over. I was done. Um, but yeah, it was a very simple time back in the summer for
Mhm.
sure. Because 1, my mom was always working.
Yeah.
So I would tend to either be home by myself a lot or I would be at my aunt's house, which was always great because I was with my cousins and I knew I was going to have fun. I knew I was going to eat good. Like, it was just a good time. But
Do no homework, worry about school.
yeah. And summer always seemed to be like just so long as a kid. Once I got into high school and I was able to realize that summer was only like 2.5 months, it was over. Summer was never the same. It became so quick. It was gone. Like, we just started summer in May. Why are we back at school in August? Like, we just got out. What? Only 2 months? That's my break?
Yeah. I feel like they cut short I feel like the older we got, the more they cut summer out.
Summer? Yeah.
And maybe that's not true, but it just feels
That's
like
what it feels like.
summer just kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter. It's like we getting out in May and we going back in the
Yeah.
August. I'm like,
Yes.
we used to go back in September. Like, what?
Well, and that always threw me because, like, I've always known to, like, start school in August. So when people, like, I talk to my cousin, they're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm still, like, doing trips and stuff." I'm
After
like,
Labor
"You're not
Day.
in school?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"I don't go back until September." I said, "What? I've never known that life." It was crazy. I guess so. But now these kids these days, I feel like they're out of school every other week. I was like, "We
We're
were
not.
always in school."
We're
I feel
not
like
though. As a teacher, we got a lot of breaks, but not really. I can speak firsthand that we were not out of school that much.
I don't feel like we were ever out of school that much, but I feel like these kids at these schools, they're always out for something. I was like, "All right, I guess."
Yeah, no.
Oh
I
my
feel
goodness.
we got some good breaks, but It was never
Not
enough.
enough. All right, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
But, some schools too, like, different districts, like, might have offer, like, more holidays and stuff, right?
That's
So,
true.
like, when I was teaching in certain school districts, like, if we had a large, um, like, like, population of Jewish students, we would have, like, more days off, or if we had a large population of students who, were Muslim, we would, like, honor more of those holidays, so it just depends on, like, where you are.
That also makes a lot of
Yeah. But
right.
as a teacher, I'm telling you it was not enough.
Okay. I know you know. I know. Oh my gosh. Well, miss you. I'm gonna have you lead us into the glow tip of the week.
Okay, sorry, I turned my microphone off, so I had to turn it back on.
You're too busy laughing. It's fine.
But, yeah, so our glow tip of the week is to drink some water. Uh,
I
I
need
don't
that.
I don't know about y'all, but I have been lacking, and I'm a good water drinker. You can ask Shay. I drink my
Ife
water.
stays on top of her
You
water,
don't play about my water. That's like
oh,
number 1 tip to glowing skin, drink water. Um, but
no
I
problem.
have been slacking lately, so I just needed a reminder to myself and the rest of y'all too to drink water. Water, like, I feel like it nourishes your body in so many ways,
It
and if
does.
you don't like the taste of water, I like to doctor my water up, so I'll put lime juice in it, I'll put mint, other things in it, because I know some people don't like the taste of plain water. So,
It's true. I think
as
y'all are weird, but whatever. I
but
accept you for
some
who you are.
but some water is nasty, girl. All water is
I
not
know.
created the
True
same.
water drinkers, I know. And we know this because not all water tastes the same, first of all. There are,
Well,
like,
sometimes
Texas, I'm sorry.
you gotta
Texas, your
doctor.
water is horrible.
Yeah. And I'm
I
not
get it.
drinking tap water. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's from the coolest creek of the cleanest. I can't do it.
Funny. You know what's funny? So being from the desert, I would drink water. Like, I would choose water over, like, soda and juices for the most part as, like, a kid growing up and as a young adult. And then
Mhm.
I got to Colorado. I struggle to drink water here, and I don't know why. I'm like, "Oh my god," like, I was a water baby back home. Why can I not drink water here? I don't understand. Everybody's like, "It's the higher elevation." I'm like, "Alright, but
I
what
got that
else?"
water out there. Absolutely.
But what else is the problem? Because I am a hardcore water drinker, and I can barely drink most days. I'm working on it. I showed you my water bottle. I'm working on it.
Hard. And
Yeah,
if it don't taste good, but some water don't taste good. Like
it
Dasani,
doesn't.
I don't know how y'all be drinking that shit. Tastes like ass.
Hold on. We know what not to get
Sorry.
Ife the
I'm
water.
sorry. I'm sorry, Dasani, if you wanna sponsor us, but please don't, because 'cause I'm not drinking it.
Send it my way, Dasani. I got you. It's fine. It's fine.
I like
We'll
Aqua
figure it out
I like Smart Water. I like the bougie waters.
because we some bougie bitches. But that's besides
Yeah.
the point.
So drink water. That's my glow tip is to drink water, nourish yourself. Um, yeah. Especially if you cry a lot. Like me, drink water.
I am the biggest baby I know. So, yes.
Drink water.
Yes,
You do it.
guys. DW, drink
Mhm.
water.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. This has been great. I need
Yeah.
to see your face and have our talks. These podcasts have prepped me to just be excited for the weeks because I'm like, I
Aw.
get to talk to my sister and just see your face. I know you guys can't see our faces, but I can see our faces, and I just always feel so much better after we talk.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll do video, but I feel like that requires like I can't come on here looking how I look right now.
That's why we will talk about it when the time comes because
Like, I gotta
it's fine. But you
Got
are making our YouTube page look amazing, I must say. The visuals, yes, you are slaying them. I love it.
Thank you, thank you. I feel like in another life,
In
if
your
I had
creative
more,
bag.
I don't know, I would've
Oh
gone like
no,
I love
we might have
graphic
lost
design and, like,
her. Oh,
all
okay.
of
You
that.
you froze. Like, oh, we lost you. We lost you.
Oh,
Nope,
I'm
she
back.
back.
You hear me? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. I would've done, like, graphic design or something.
that's fitting.
But yeah. Um, okay. Well, that's our show for today. So please make sure that you rate and review our podcast. We appreciate all the love and subscriptions and everything. We've
We're
gotten some
at 50.
followers. We you said what?
So we're at 50 streams. I got the
Okay.
update today.
That's okay. Yeah.
I was
We
proud.
y'all can do better
I mean, of
at this point.
course. But we
But
got to
no,
celebrate each milestone.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful, yes. But yeah, share your podcast, send it to your friends. Yeah, we are yeah, we just two besties talking, sharing our life, and if it resonates with you, that's great. So share it. And wow, we've almost been talking for an hour this time. We're getting good.
I know. I said, look at
Yeah.
that.
The first episode was like 10 minutes. We
It
were
was
so
9 minutes. Second episode was 30. We are
okay.
growing, y'all.
We get up there. We doing it.
Look, at some point, we're going to get to a point where like, we have to like shut it down. This is too long. 2 hours. We can't do this.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's it's good. It's
Proud.
good.
Proud moment. Yes, yes. Well, until next time, guys, keep healing,
Keep growing
keep glowing.
and loving yourself out loud.
Ow. Love
Man.
it.
Peace. Yes.
Bye.